some money for these packs and shit, but that's reasonable because that's literally the best card at the time at each promo. Like I believe the Favre was like the best quarterback at the time when he was released, etc. And I mean, that's justified. That's fine. That's for the hardcore players. I've never done a single promo master in my life, and I've been playing MUT for 4 years. I've never done those personally because I'm not willing to pay that much money. I'm not willing to do all those sets. That's a lot of value. I'd rather just wait. And that's just me. But the people that do, EA gives them that option, and that's where their profit margin comes in. But this year, I guess that wasn't enough. They're too fucking busy giving free copies to everyone, dropping free codes in everyone's streams on Twitter for how many retweets and follows. They're too busy. They just completely gave up on trying to sell the goddamn game because they knew they set this fucking solo system, this fucking system up where they can easily make it all back. Because goddamn it, you get to level 30, it's in the first 3 weeks, you've already paid for more. You gave EA more money than you already would have if you actually bought the GOAT edition. It's all here. That's where they made all their money back. They suckered you into this because they know at this point there's a lot of hardcore MUT players that are absolutely addicted to this game, want to stay competitive with their friends, etc. Squad wars, whatever. MUT squads right here. It's horrible. EA doesn't make their goddamn money from actually selling the goddamn game like it's supposed to be. They make their money because they set up this goddamn system where they trick you into it. It's like, oh man, EA, thank you. You gave me a free copy. Thank you so much. I'm blessed. Man, you guys saved me $60 from what I could have bought, you know, if I just had to buy it from like GameStop or something. Shit, 3 weeks later, you realize you dropped over $100 trying to get all these goddamn solo rewards that you should have already got. For free anyway. Like, why the fuck are we over here? We've regressed to the point where we have to buy our own goddamn solo rewards with money. They're holding it hostage. But no, EA's a nice guy because they gave us a free game. They gave us free games to everyone. Good lord, man. See, how do you not get upset about this shit? What's wrong with, like... And I know it's a business. Of course I know it's a business. But you know what other businesses do? They make a fucking polished game. They don't rely on microtransactions for profit. And they actually try to keep up with customer satisfaction. Who's leaving satisfied after making a 91 Derek Carr here after spending $780K on it? Who? MUT 19, MUT free. Honestly, it feels like a free-to-play game, like on a fucking phone game. It's just Clash of the Titans all over again. Dude, like, honestly. It's like, oh yeah, we'll let you play, but you're not getting far without paying microtransactions. I mean, sure, you can do it without microtransactions. Sure, you can play no money spent. But the difference is clear. Unless you're wasting your goddamn... Not wasting, because it is profitable, and that's why people do it. Unless you're sitting in the auction house, not even playing the goddamn game, just sniping and selling. And I know some people really enjoy that aspect of MUT. It's a market, it's an economy. I know a lot of people still do enjoy that aspect. And all the power to them. But unless you're doing that, pulling an NAT, no money spent team this year, goddamn near impossible. It's horrible. I can't even imagine without having to cheese my way through solos or paying for a better team for these goddamn level packs. I swear to God, I hate the level packs. That was the... I didn't rant as this hard about the solo packs as I did about the fucking upgrade sets, the power-up sets, but I probably should have, because we're talking real money there. This one's just insult. The power-up sets, it's just insulting, because they think we're fucking idiots, and we're just gonna eat this shit out of their hands. But the level-up packs, that's where it hit us where it matters, in our wallets, because they gave us free games. Can you imagine the people who actually had to go to GameStop, buy the GOAT edition, drop like $80 to get that goddamn game, and then get to the point where I am now? Within 3 weeks of the goddamn game coming out, they made bank because people have spent over $200 within the first week. The fuck is up with this? What is that? That's not a game. That's extortion. This is robbery. EA, make a game. put a little more emphasis on the game, put a little more focus into it, and granted, the gameplay, the graphics, incredible. I love it. Frostwire engine, no, Frostwire. Don't go to Frostwire. That'll give you viruses. Cousin of the LimeWire back in the day. Young people wouldn't know that. But Frostbite engine doing its work as advertised. The game looks great. It plays great in my opinion. I know there's a couple glitches and bugs here. What game doesn't? I'm okay with all of that. But good lord, the parts that EA failed at, or like the parts EA promised and delivered at, all in the gameplay and graphics. And kudos to them. Why are you guys fucking us up the ass with these microtransactions and these unrewarding sets that just make us waste our time and encourage and discourage us from doing them? And like, you're pushing people to go coin sell, and that's, I think, honestly what this was. This was a response to the fucking coin sellers. So honestly, I don't know if I'm more mad at EA or the coin sellers for ruining this goddamn game and making it fun for people without having to drop hundreds of dollars per year on a game we already fucking paid for. What other game does that? I bought Halo. I bought every single Halo that's ever come out, except the very first one, because I didn't get onto the Xbox train until a bit later. Okay, hang on. Think of this. I remember back in Halo 3 when the Heroic Map Pack came out. So the Heroic Map Pack included maps like Forge, I believe Sandtrap, maybe another one, I don't know. And that shit was $10. $10 for 3 maps, and one of them, Forge, was one of the most integrated and the most important map Halo has ever released, because that was the first time they've given us absolutely free creative control over all the maps. Halo 3 was the OG. Halo 3, in my opinion, was honestly the best Halo game of all time because of Forge. Countless hours spent with friends in custom games with maps they've created, racetracks, Fat Man, Jason, Kill Jason, etc. All these amazing game types. And that was $10, and people were critical of it. It was $10 back then. I don't know if any of you guys watched Arby and Chief, made by Digital Fear on Machinima back in the day. But like, Arbiter was like debating, I don't know if $10 is really worth it, man. And Master Chief's like, who doesn't have, maybe it wasn't even $10, I think it was $5. It's like, who doesn't have $5? I want my ass at $5. Back then it was so nonchalant, and like, no, back then it was more anal. It was more strict. It's like, you guys had to actually think, is this worth $5? And people are dropping $5 like fucking candy in game modes like this. $5, it gets you like a shitty old pack. A $5 gets you a Team of the Week pack with only 2 gold or better Team of the Week players. This is nothing in comparison. It's horrible. And do I think coin seller is any harder this year than last year? I think it is significantly harder this year, because they eliminated first of all, they eliminated how rewarding solos were. You're gonna have to go through all this shit, and you can't do it with like a base team like you could have in the past. They're less rewarding objectively, like just statistically, just based off of pure data. You are given less coins than you were in the past for completing solos that took twice as long. It's just discouraging. No scary game tonight, maybe Saturday, June. But man, so honestly, this is all of this, except maybe I understand coin selling maybe had an impact on these level packs. I can see that. Coin selling for these packs though, that are these sets rather, no, I don't see it. I don't see it. Like, this doesn't, no, I just don't see it. It's just horrible. Coins are worth more. Okay, fine, fair enough. They just, so yeah, okay, fine, you're right. I had to think about it for a second there. Coin selling still exists, and it's still as proficient as ever and rampant as ever, because all EA did in the end, you just gave me a new perspective on this. All EA did in the end was raise the value of coins They just, and coin sellers just, well, if you're going to do that, I'm just going to move the goalpost. Fine. I used to charge like $10 per 100K in the past. Fine. I'll just charge 10K or $10 for 50K or something, because they're just worth that much more now. They're just moving the goalposts, and they're free to do that, and it's easier than EA trying to do this. But in the end, what happened was EA made the game not fun for us. They made the game less rewarding for people who don't coin sell, people, you know, who play the game without having to resort to that kind of stuff. But the way EA is going about it now, you're discouraging people from not only spending points or buying points with cash, you're also like, yeah, this is pushing people to coin selling. Exactly. The packs aren't as rewarding, even though they promised they would be. They took out the team items, but now Brown's playbooks are like 9K because Monster's the only way some people can finish these goddamn solos. I'm raising my hand here because I'm included. It's just super frustrating, man. I spent 4 years on this game mode, and I've never been more disappointed in EA than right now. And I've been pissed off at EA in the past too. Man, EA always gets that bad rap, and like, you know, and I get that, and it's all justified. But lately, because the community is trying to be interactive with EA. EA did give us all those free copies, which we now realize was just a scam, more or less. Just a hook, you know? It's a gateway into this Madden addiction. They do answer questions. They do read our posts. They seem interactive. They seem responsive, and they kind of trick us. They're playing us, you know what I mean? But right now, after seeing all these effects, after seeing how unrewarding these solos are, after putting hours and hours into this, it's horrible. I've never felt more disconnected to EA than ever before. I've never felt this disconnected with EA. Okay? I feel like they think we're idiots, man. And granted, maybe we fucking are for spending this much money over the past 4 years in this shitty ass game. Maybe we are, and maybe that's why they're just trying to push the envelope. But that's what it really feels like. And I'm not calling out anyone specific. I'm not calling out Mutt Guru. I'm not calling out Jay Stein, Jay Meller. I know individually they're all great guys, and it's not any one person's collective, efforts into doing this. Because in the end, they are still a game company. They still are a company, a business. The point of a business is to make money. And in the past, that objective was justified. It's justified because it's not like, okay, I get it, you're kind of screwing us, but you want the profit here because Mutt is an incredibly profitable game mode. Fine, push our buttons a little bit. It's up to us whether or not we bite it or not. But this time, they've literally pushed us against the wall where there is no way to see true progression in this game without paying money. Additional money. I don't know. I'm challenging. If there's anyone that's actually still doing and faithfully doing the no money spent teams, truly, please show me how you are doing on a week by week basis. Show me what progressions you're making. Show me what you're doing. Period. Are you actually having fun, or are you just sitting in the auction house refreshing for like 50 minutes, like an hour? What are you actually doing? I'm doing okay. Well, I mean, it's the first 3 weeks, Verb. You know what I mean? But are you buying the level bags? I certainly fucking hope you aren't. There's no fucking reason. It's horrible. Pray for a nice card. You have to rely on these amazing dope pulls. And that itself is limited because these packs suck. Side note, this Demaryius Thomas sucks. I know Demaryius' catching has been horrible, but 80 for an 87 overall team, or overall card. Calvin Johnson is 84. Colt Cruz is 82. Martellus Bennett has 81. Where's Devontae Adams? Devontae Adams is 83. It's horrible. Speed's pretty nice. The run blocking is great, but still horrible. That's beside the point. That's more on Demaryius than EA, to be honest. But think about it. Calvin Johnson. Let's actually just sit down and think about this. Level pack, level pack, level pack, level pack, Level pack. So right here, 5. Level pack. Level pack. Level pack.